Okay guys, it's a few hours later and worked on the bag, so let me tell you my results. I went live to start the cleaning process, and some of you saw I was scrubbing with the magic eraser. Here it is. And two of you commented, do not scrub with the eraser because we saw Autumn Beckman ruin her bags. Okay, immediately I put it down. So I thought, well, I could just restore it with some conditioner. But yeah, the two comments scared me a little bit. So I put it down and I found the damp cloth against the bag actually works to take off the stains. Just like they told us in the store to advise to clients, wet, not damp cloth, rub the bag. Oh my gosh, it actually works. So that's what I did with the rest of it. Another thing I've heard is baby wipes, but I did not have any, so sitting at home, is just gonna try the damp cloth method, and it actually worked pretty well. Also worked without taking off the sheen of the leather. So one thing I noticed, I did this handle with the magic eraser and this with the damp cloth. The handle where I use the magic eraser, it's definitely grittier than the other side. So oops, that might bother me a little bit, but as I hold the bag, I don't notice it as much. I also wonder if the patina gloss is gonna come back. Now what I did was I generously gave it some leather conditioner. So previous to actually doing the exercise, the instructions I was reading said, put this on the cloth and put it very sparingly on the bag. So the reason for that is that if your patina is lighter, definitely anything you put that's wet or lotiony is going to instantly make it darker. In this case, it's already a vintage bag. And the fact that people in the comments said this is going to take away some of the oils and crack the leather, and I see it's taken some of the shine. So I was pretty generous with the conditioner. Furthermore, now even it says on the conditioner, cleans, polishes, protects, and conditions. I guess it's supposed to clean too. So I just went ahead and polished each of the shapes with the leather conditioner because I saw that the stress points, like right here at the top, they have some micro cracks, and I wanted to address those and just give it some TLC and some lotion. The result, you can see, I think it gave the shapes a nicer, deeper honey color than it had before. And I did magic eraser the tabs and condition those, so those look good to me, and they don't feel gritty like the handle feels gritty. Maybe I scrubbed too much on the handle, but these don't feel gritty. I magic eraser those and then condition them. So I think they look pretty good. I think they turned out pretty well. There's still some watermarks on it, but I didn't want to go too hard on that. I didn't want to actually ruin the bag. So I'm wondering if the sheen, because in my head I was thinking, well, the patina is just going to form again, because right now definitely one side is matte and one side is shiny. And I thought, well, it wouldn't be such a big deal because I always bandeau them. So let's just see what happens. But the thing I did differently too is I ended up being more generous with the leather conditioner. Now the reason they tell you not to, and the reason they say damp, not wet, because wet could actually stain the bag and leave watermarks, which you have seen when you're buying vintage bags and stuff, like on the bottom of the no, it's a huge piece of leather, there's always a huge watermark. Now, another thing to know, if you buy your Speedy brand new, this is where people have asked, do I use Apple Guard to keep the Vachetta white? Now, your Vachetta is supposed to change color. I've said this over and over, it is supposed to change color. Now, I've heard of people spraying it with things or putting some type of coating so that it doesn't change color. However, the Vachetta is untreated, so whatever you put on it is going to alter it because it's untreated, its pores are open, it's ready to absorb whatever you're going to put on it, and that's why I would suggest just don't touch it. Let the leather age gracefully, not you, the leather, your bag. Because as you see, the the patina process, this is such a beautiful honey color now. I actually like it better now than before. The before photo was untouched since 1983, so it looked weathered. But I think the leather conditioner not only cleaned it up a little bit, it gave a little shine and it gave it a little bit of evening on the color and the honey. So I think she looks more beautiful now. Now, having said that, I do not have experience with Apple Guard or any type of thing that you put on your bag when it's brand new. I'll do what they told us in the store, just wear it. And now I know to do just what they told us when I work there, just use a damp cloth to clean the thing. Damp, not wet. And it works. Okay, also, the hardest thing to do was the hardware. So the little rivets, if you can see, they still do unfortunately have a tiny tinge of green around them that I just could not get off. Was trying with a Q-tip, was trying to stick my nail into the little groove, and maybe I could use, maybe I can use a little nail stick and get them out. But only way to seriously really clean those metal pieces is to disassemble the bag. And you can also see I shined up the D-rings, but right here in the corners where they meet the leather, it's really impossible to get. Take a look at the padlock. I'm very happy with the way the padlock is now shiny. It was completely dull before. If you do own a Speedy, you are allowed to order a replacement padlock, I believe up to 2. But if you don't have one, you're not allowed to just go order a padlock or a luggage tag. That's another popular thing that people just want to have. It has to be attached to a bag that you've purchased or a bag that you have. However, even though the new ones are gold, of course I have a vintage bag, so I like the brushed brass look of this. It looks vintage to me, so it matches the bag. Total time to shine up the bag. Oh, I also used the leather conditioner on the canvas with the damp cloth, and there were some spots that were dirty, especially right around the shapes. So cleaned all that up, and that's good for the canvas too, because you might have heard me talk about sometimes the canvas cracks, and if the canvas cracks, the bag is no longer fixable. So now let me reiterate, vintage bag. So it was more generous with the leather conditioner. This they do not advise on brand new bags, because like I said, you're gonna change that Vachetta leather color really quickly if you overdo it with messing with your bag. So this advice is specifically for vintage bags. With that said, I ordered another vintage bag over the weekend. One of the Vachetta accessoires that I've been wanting for a while, so I'm gonna keep that a surprise. But it is maybe in a little bit of a beat up condition. That girl that's coming definitely needs some TLC. So now I know what to do. Damp cloth and leather conditioner is the treatment that she is going to get. So total time for this bag, I'm gonna say about 3 hours, because I did this polishing and leather conditioning while I was watching the NFC playoff game. That's the only way I can function when I'm watching a playoff game, is that my hands have to be doing something. And trust me, these metal pieces, the rivets, the D-rings were very, very tedious, because I had the cloth in there, I had the pile of Q-tips, trying to really get in there, and I realized you really can't clean those metal pieces entirely unless you disassemble the bag. So, just be prepared to sit for a while, and it's a really tedious task, really tedious. So if you can find someone to clean your bag, there are specific bag spas that you can find on Google. Do not go to any old dry cleaner, just like your wedding dress. Don't go to any old dry cleaner. Go to a specialist, and they might be able to help you. I'm curious to know if they would be able to take all the grain out of the hardware, because I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and definitely you guys were helpful to me by commenting on my live video of don't let that eraser scrub your bag. I saw that piece of advice on a website that was talking about how to restore a Louis Vuitton vintage piece, but also they did say the eraser was the harshest of all of the ways. But now I did it, so you guys don't have to. But I would say, like, If it was really nasty, yeah, I might have to do it. So for now, I'll just see if the patina comes back, if the glossy finish comes back, and we'll report on it maybe in a couple of weeks. But I'm gonna wrap it up with a bandeau, so maybe it won't even matter. Lastly, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button and leave me a nice happy comment. Talk to you guys soon. My name's Michelle. Bye.